just arrived at the first step. Well, yeah, the first step on this crazy journey. So I have landed in Batam, which is the island closest to Singapore, that's Indonesian. And I rented a room online that was walking distance from the boat ferry terminal because, you know, who needs another taxi? I have to take one in the morning to the big boat, so I decided walking distance. And it's amazing. It's like a really nice king-size bed, and you probably can't see, but an ocean view. Check that out. So amazing. So I am going to jump in the pool that's down there and cool off, and then go research this big boat ticket. Life is pretty good. So I'm here on Batam, and I stayed the night just to be sure that I could get my ticket before I had to be at the boat for departure. And I paid 200,000 rupiah, which is not a lot of money, to go check on the ticket, and it turns out they were closed and I couldn't check anyway, and so I just have to risk it. I'm in a taxi from the hotel I stayed in going to the port, where the big boats pick you up. And I have a receipt in Indonesian saying that I have a place on this boat, but I don't have an actual ticket. So I'm hoping that today, on New Year's Eve, after 5 p.m., the boat boards at 8 p.m., that I will be able to find someone who can give me a ticket to be able to get on this boat to travel to Jakarta. So here's hoping. What are they doing? What? Why are they doing?
I'm using a porter.
Porter?
Yes.
Dropped off at the ferry and was able to walk up to an open window with a lot of guards and exchange my receipt for a ticket. I won't say that I wasn't a little bit intimidated. First of all, driving in past the gates, there's like armed guards who have mirrors under the car and look at everything. And then my taxi driver drove me up to the entrance, and as we're driving, these what looked like uniformed men to me jumped on the back of the car and start banging on the car. And my taxi driver doesn't speak almost any English, and so I was asking him, like, what are they doing? What is going on? And he couldn't answer me. And finally, when they opened the back of the car while my luggage was, it dawned on me that they're like porters hawking for the ability to carry your bags into the station. So I had left my backpack with like everything in it, including my passport, in the back with all my luggage, because I boarded the taxi in a fancy hotel zone. I'm not in a fancy hotel zone anymore, and I think this is perhaps the most incredible part of what I've set out to do is certainly getting out of comfort zone. I'm pretty good at doing that, but actually not just experiencing another extreme culture, but being a real minority. I don't think that happens enough for affluent, privileged white folks. And it's so incredible to be the minority. It's so powerful to walk into a space where you don't see anyone that looks like you, because it grows the understanding of what brown and black people are walking into all the time in America. Certainly I don't profess to have any understanding about what it's like to be a brown or a black person in America. But I have experienced being the minority in several small ways. And it is profound. It is eye-opening. I am definitely the only white person, definitely the only American that I've seen so far. And I'm in a Muslim country, so I am one of the only women who does not have every part of my body clothed. And it attracts eyes. And that is uncomfortable, no matter who you are. So I am waiting for the opportunity to board this giant boat with all the people that have been waiting. And I am experiencing my discomfort. And I also want to make it perfectly clear that every single human has been fantastic. There's no part of me that feels uncomfortable because of them. I feel uncomfortable because of me. Because I was raised in a culture of racism. I am not experiencing racism. Reverse racism isn't even a thing. So to be perfectly clear, this is not about them. This is definitely about me. And in my journey to unpack racism and unpack my culture of racism and how racism was baked into my bones as a result of how I was raised, where I was raised, what the cultural, institutionalized, systemic messages are. In an effort to understand that better, being in spaces where, first of all, racism doesn't exist, and there are places in the world where that's true. Singapore is one of them. Incredible place. And second of all, putting myself in a situation where I don't I don't belong to the majority, and putting myself in disadvantaged positions where I don't know what I'm doing or where I'm going, because that's part of the racism in America, is that we as in white folks, we have that invisible knapsack. We know how to navigate. We know how to navigate every scenario we're in. I don't know how to navigate the scenarios I'm in here, so that is particularly powerful and important as I unpack this process, as I unpack this acculturation. And the other thing that strikes me right along with this is actually how much power and privilege I do have. Even in a culture where I am not represented in any way, I still have power, I still have privilege. And this is the legacy that white religious colonialists have spread around the globe. this is what America has perpetuated around the globe, this whitewashing, this white focus, white is right kind of mentality. For instance, in a lot of Asian cultures, the suntan lotion, the lotion, it all has bleachers in it. So people are trying to look whiter. So I definitely look white. I walk with a lot of confidence. I embody. It feels so powerful. I embody privilege. And I don't feel guilty per se. It's not racism and privilege and stuff is not a fault thing. Obviously personal racism, you're definitely at fault for that, but I didn't understand. I didn't choose to be educated like this, and I'm working to re-educate myself. But it's quite a thing to walk into a crowded compound with over 150 people and feel totally 150 people, Muslim folks, with mosque prayers happening in the background. I don't know if you can hear it. In a lower income environment. And I, in my embodied, confident, white privileged self, people move out of the way. People step back. I receive benefit as a result. That's kind of hard. It's hard to see. So that's basically the definition of white privilege, is that you get benefit you didn't earn, unearned privilege. There's nothing I've done to earn the opportunity to step to the front of the line or for people to get out of my way. And yet, that is what has been taught and trained around the globe. And so I'm musing on that, on my place in the world, and ultimately using my power and privilege for the change that we all want to see, which is elevating everyone else. So